Anger is not a bad emotion. It's a human emotion. It's very rare that people don't experience the feeling of anger. But some people, however, have cultivated the ability to not let anger take over their emotions or dictate their actions. Most of us have to try hard to not be affected by anger. And the work towards being a less angry person takes us through 3 stages. The first stage is where we learn to suppress our anger. This is a stage most of us have instinctively managed to grasp because we learn very early on in life that we can't just throw tantrums or lose our temper in public, at work, or even at home. But this is also the stage where all our anger and frustration accumulates and builds up somewhere inside of us. And one day we have to let it all out, and that usually doesn't bode so well for us, either for our own stress level or for our relationships with people. The second stage is where we develop the ability to let go of anger. This is where whenever we feel a negative charge, we're able to immediately recognize it and change the trajectory of our feelings. Letting go of anger can be immensely difficult because it requires a complete acknowledgement of our ego and a completely present state of mind to be able to focus on our objectives. Letting go of anger is only possible when we understand that we're doing it for ourselves. The third stage is where we're completely free from the feeling of anger. No matter what anyone says or does, no matter how bad things get or what the circumstances are, the feeling of anger is simply absent. This sounds incredible, even impossible, because we're human after all. We're not robots. But people who don't feel angry aren't weird or strange. Rather, they have the highest level of empathy, understanding, and acceptance, and their worldview, way of life, and mindset just makes it impossible to have anger or hatred. Anger is interesting because every time we experience the emotion, we discover something about ourselves. And as strange as it may sound, it's fun to test out new ways of rising above our anger, of being better versions of ourselves, not as a pressure or a goal, but simply as an experiment to see what new skills we can pick up and what we can teach ourselves to be happy, always.